So recently I saw a really cool light pattern in a build, and I would like to learn how to make that pattern. Today, let's just learn how to make a cool light pattern. I know how to do basic redstone, but I'm not really good, so this might be interesting. What do we need? Let's start with some basic components. Redstone dust, yes. Redstone lamp, we might need observers. If I just do something like this. Okay, Mojang should really implement some sort of range. Okay. So that's a good start, right? Like, that's pretty good. Can I replicate this in a different way? If I, for example, just add another line, and if I make something that can be made better, let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll check it out in the next video. Alright, yeah, this is gonna light up the whole thing. So this... Okay, nice. So I have two ways to do different things. This is not the same. This one is for horror maps, and this one would be for everything else. This is more of the style I want to do. Because, yeah, as you can see probably right now on screen, it's sort of going in a circle. So now the question is, can I remove the redstone? I think that's the first thing I should test. Okay, so I guess redstone is like the best way. Okay, now I'm sending 2 pulses. Yeah, so if I wanna speed it up, I can add multiple pulses into this. I don't really know what the max amount of pulses could be, but yeah, I'm fine with 1. Yeah, 1 is fine. This is not the thing I wanted. Can I do this in a different way other than these two? Probably not. Okay, yeah, I got an idea. Wait. Hold on, let me cook. Okay, this is the worst thing I've ever built. It's so funny, I have to... Okay, so if I send a minecart, right, we'll do a full circle. Okay, so this is another way to do this, right? Like if you don't have access to the nether or something, you just don't have the stuff for observers, you could do this. It's loud as hell. It could be made faster by adding multiple minecarts. And it could be definitely smaller. And the slimes are starting to annoy me, so goodbye. So 3 ways. 2 of these are basically the same. Wait, yeah, they're basically the same. Could I do this in another way, maybe? I could do the same thing, except with hoppers, right? I could detect the output of the hopper, I guess, or something like that. But that's not really what I want. Okay, so we have basically these two. Let's mark them with wool for clarity. Red, this is not what we want. This is what we want. This is technically what we want. Okay, that's redstone lamps. What if I wanted to do this with copper bulbs? The way a bulb works, right? You send a pulse through it. It turns on. Okay, this was a wrong idea. You send a pulse to it, and it turns on. You send another, and it turns off. It's basically a lamp with memory. If I wanted to do something like this would be easy, right? That's just the same thing, except you have to make it twice as fast. Or you have to make the clock twice as fast. But with observers, at least for me, observers and copper bulbs don't really work together. At least not the way I would like them to work. I know it's just a skill issue, but like I told you, I'm not good with redstone, so just gonna do what I do and let's experiment. This is pretty straightforward. That took us 10 minutes. This might be a little harder, but okay, so we do the same thing and then you send a pulse. Okay, so that works pretty well. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool, and the sound effect is really nice. Wait, so how did I do? How did I do the cool pattern, like short one? What? Okay, okay, okay. Let's loop this, and then we can experiment. This is a lot slower than this. So could I? I would have to add another pulse, right? If I could. Something like this. Yeah. Okay, so now we're sending 2 pulses. One long and one short. Oh no, we're sending 3 pulses right now. One long, one short, and one medium. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. It's really cool to look at. Yeah. What if... Okay, so this is a turn signal in a car. I love the sound design. Mojang, keep up the sound design. The quality is insane. I love it. Okay, how do I make this faster? I don't think I can make this faster. I know there's another way to make a redstone clock, but I just don't remember how. Yeah, and I want to keep it as short as possible. Okay, button. Let's compare these two. I feel like this one is quicker, and it makes sense. Yeah, it's a lot less customizable. I think it's a lot more confusing. This works. Yeah, this does work. It does what it's supposed to do. Are there any other way? You could. Crazy idea. This is another way to do this. If he moves. Can he even move? He might not be able to move. Oh, he can move. He can move. Okay, this is another way to do this. Super inefficient, super weird. If you need random lighting, this could work for you. It's loud, it's not really useful in most cases, but it could be a fun challenge to build with this. Sadly, Piggy, I have to exclude you from our experiments. Now it's time for replication. We have 3 ways to do this. I would like to replicate it in all 3 of them. The build had 2 rings. One smaller one. And the other a bigger one. And honestly, I can't really remember how it looked, so I'm just gonna improvise a circle. That's a potato, alright. If I knew how to copy, this would be much easier. I'm gonna build it on a smaller scale. Okay, if you have any redstone components that you don't really understand and stuff, let me know in the comments and I'll cover them in my next videos. I want to make this into like a mini-series because I think a lot of people are struggling with redstone, myself included. And yeah, I think this could be like a great beginner tutorial for some of the easier stuff. Okay, first things first, let's do the minecart one, because this one will be the easiest, in my opinion. Shout out to Prism Launcher, by the way. Best launcher for Minecraft. Another lesson today, how many redstone lamps are gonna turn on if I place a minecart on this detector rail? 3, okay. So I can do something like this. Okay, this might not be as easy as it seems. I need to turn this way. And then I need to do something like this. Okay, this is gonna be difficult. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. Okay, for the sake of my mentality, let's say all of these look like that. Let's test it. Yeah, I forgot to include these. And it stops here. Okay, that's not ideal. That's really not ideal. I would have to... What if? Crazy. Crazy idea. What if I send it? Goes. Please hit that. Yeah, okay, and now I include this. Go. Nice. Okay, that works. That does work. So my only problem right now is copying this thing. This crazy thing. This works way differently. I need a detector rail on each of these. I need to do this, then I need to turn it. Then I need this to turn into this, to turn into this, to turn into this, to turn into this. This is gonna be the messiest thing I've ever built. So is it just me, or did you need to type weather sad before? Let me know in the comments below, because I remember that you needed to do that. Okay, I can't really focus. Okay, this crazy thing is gonna solve all my problems. Not really, but all my Minecraft problems. If it just gets to you... Yeah, this is gonna be slow as hell, but it should work. Okay, it does work. Technically, it does work. So these are not completely impossible. It looks awful, but it works. I'm proud of myself. I could like do this. Add one here. It should be the other way around. That's if you want maximum like speed in your light. It should be the other way around, because it activates, then it speeds up. Because this one will be already activated, and then you can activate the rest. I'm gonna do it just like it. It doesn't really make sense for me to tell you, but not do it. Yeah, the same thing here. You want to put this one on the last one, because it's already powered. Your lamp is already powered by this thing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, it's because we tested it. It activates all three. So if it goes over these, and then you want to speed it up, it's going to be already activated by the time it gets on this. Same thing if you want to do this, right? We're basically sending it, goes, activates the first two, then speeds up, and it activates the next three. Okay, I think that little explanation made sense. If you still didn't get it, I'll explain it in the comments below. Just let me know. No shame in not understanding any of this, by the way. Yeah, if you don't understand, feel free to ask. Don't be scared. It's better to ask than just to hide. So, yeah, if I just ignore the sections that turn, because I don't want to repeat this, this could work on this side, this little bit. This is fine, yeah, this... I just really don't want to repeat it, okay? I think that makes sense. I think everything's clear, everything's fine. Let's be honest, no one's building this in normal survival or in a normal world, when you can just do simpler solutions. Like the one we'll show after this. If you don't want to do this, you could also just build a better circle, not a potato or a steak. Depends how you look at it. The shadow is really cool. And if we send it, everything should work. Yeah, we skipped some. It makes more sense for me right now. It's activated and it goes around and around and it never stops unless you unload it. Okay, so now we just have to activate these at the same side. I want to send this one first. Okay, and let's send this one and let's see how this looks. Okay, we see a problem with the bigger circle right there. This should not happen. What happened? Oh, can we switch these? As you can see, it's not reliable. It is not reliable. Minecarts are not reliable. I'm sorry to break it to you. They are just not. This is crazy. If you build this seriously in a survival world, you are crazy. I'm sorry to break it to you, you are crazy. You can just do something that I'm gonna now attempt to do with the observers. Now, after building all of this crazy thing, we should build smaller circles because I don't really want to build that much. Yeah, let's just build a smaller circle. Okay, nice. So for this one, this is really simple. You just need a redstone dust, some kind of a block. You have to follow the lamps. Just make sure you're pointing the eyes in the direction of the red thingy when you're doing corners. Make sure you don't mess it up. That could destroy the whole thing for you. If there is a better way to do corners, let me know. This is the best thing I've figured out, right? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. But because I built a potato, it just brings a new challenge with it, right? These things, these corners wouldn't be here. And that's why we love them, because they are here. We've just finished building the ring, the outer ring, the bigger ring, with all of its redstone done. We are currently sending 3 redstone pulses. Yeah, the great thing with this design is that you can just break one piece of redstone, let it run, let all of the pulses disappear, and then you can just plop one up, and it sends a signal. If you wanted more, you could add another one. I'm pretty sure if I wanted a longer one, I could just put something powered here, like a redstone block, for example. Let's try that actually. Yeah, this is gonna send another one. Let's just wait. Okay, so if I put something powered, nope, my hypothesis was not correct. How can I send a longer pulse? What if I just send a lot of smaller ones? That worked, right? Yeah, that seemed like it worked. Okay, yeah, that works. If you just keep sending the same signal over and over really quickly, you will create a longer one. If you want a shorter thing, you can just do this as quickly as possible. Just let me show you right now. Boom, 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 boom. You just place one, you get a smaller signal. Yeah, let's build. Same way as we did the outer ring, except in the original design, I think it was going in the opposite direction of the bigger ones. So we are gonna build the upper observer layer in the opposite direction to the bigger circle, which will result in that fun effect of the lights going in different direction. All of this is customizable. If you want different directions, you can do this. If you want it the same, you would just build the observers in the same way with the arrows pointing in the same direction. You see this, like, this will result in different directions because these arrows on top of the observers are pointing in different directions. As you can see, this solution is so much easier than this mess, and it's a lot more reliable. If anything breaks, you can just fix it by sending a new pulse, as I've shown before, by just breaking or placing one of these redstone dusts. Yeah, so it's really easy to control it. If it breaks or anything, I'm pretty sure if you build it within the same chunk, it won't break or something like that. I don't really understand it, but I think it's something like that, that you just have to build the whole thing in the same chunk. Yeah, let's just reset this really quickly, just so I can send the pulse. Yeah, and as you can see, after I think 10 minutes maximum, we have 2 light circles going in different directions. We can configure the length of these signals. Yeah, it's really pretty. I'm gonna show it during the night later, after I build the third and final solution, and that's to do it with the copper bulbs. So it's basically the same thing as this, but instead of lamps, you do use copper bulbs. Let's just get on with it. Enjoy the time lapse. Okay. It works now. I just got off sync for some reason. That's why I think copper bulbs. Definitely, if you can afford it, redstone lamps are better. Copper bulbs for. First of all, you can customize them a lot more easily. Second of all, they look better. Third of all, if you want something like this, copper bulbs are better. 100%. If you want something like this, redstone lamps are better. So, that was my first video in learning redstone. I don't really know what I'm gonna call this series yet, but yeah, I would like to make this into a series where we go over different components, over different redstone components, over different redstone builds, stuff like that, and try to learn them by just building them, experimenting a little. And yeah, I also realized that this one was going in the same direction, so I'm gonna just turn it around really simply. Or it might be a little more difficult than I thought. Yeah, so let me know what you think about this little idea for a mini-series. I would really love to do it. I will probably do it. Yeah. I'm gonna stop talking now. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you next week in the next video. Goodbye!